Hello and welcome back to the Dharma.life podcast. I'm your host, Aloise.life, and this week we are talking about how to exit the matrix and how to overcome your fear. In this episode, we are going to be discussing how you can safely and securely and powerfully exit the matrix. Why now is the time you need to exit the matrix, how you exit the matrix, and really how to tune in and trust your inner sat-nav. So welcome back. My name is Aloise.life, and every week I bring you top tips, videos, and interviews on how you can move from 3D to 5D. And this week we are talking about how you can exit the matrix. Now, at the moment, if you're following me, the chances are you're spiritually awake, you're spiritually aware, you're on your 3D to 5D journey, you're somebody that's interested in spirituality, you're somebody that's here to fulfill their purpose, and someone that wants to create their dream life. Well, I wanted to talk to you about fear and how we can overcome it. Now, I remember in my journey being so scared to leave my secure, well-paying job, something I knew how to do, something that was reliable, something that gave me an income. It's one of the biggest jumps and leaps you'll probably ever take to move from secure income into your Dharma, your purpose, making the money yourself. But it is also one of the most rewarding, incredible journeys that you will ever take, and you will never look back. You know, every day now I wake up when I want. I don't use an alarm. We just wake up when this light comes in and the light comes up. I then get up, I choose to meditate, I choose to take my dogs for a walk, I then do yoga, I choose what time I start work, and it doesn't feel like work, it feels like living. Now, this is the thing, we've all been conditioned into the fact that we need to A, work 9 to 5, and B, work hard to make money. Now, I want to remind you that that is an illusion. So what is an illusion? Well, an illusion is something that we've been sold by the collective that just isn't true. And the biggest illusion we've all been sold is that you have to work hard to make money. And actually, I can tell you from my own journey, the more aligned I have got, the higher my vibration has become, the more karma I've cleared, and the more I'm in my purpose, the easier that gets. So my job here is to help you overcome your fear. Now, I want you to recognize that fear is a choice. You can choose to listen to the fear and buy into the fear and let your mind tell yourself really terrible stories about what could go wrong. Or my top tip, number one, is to focus on where you want to go. Now, we just had this scenario with my stepdaughter recently. She was wanting to get a job. And the classic thing is you want to get a job, but you think, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not sure what's out there. And so I'm just going to maybe go to an agency, or I'm just going to look for a job. Now, I said to her, have you designed it? And she said, what do you mean designed it? And I was like, well, what do you want? And she was like, well, I kind of want this, I kind of want that. And I was like, you really need to be clear on what it is that you want. I want you guys to think about yourselves as a radio, and you need to tune your radio to the frequency and to the actual station of what it is you're trying to create. If you don't know what you want, you are at the mercy of the recruiter, or you're at the mercy of other people. You need to be very crystal clear and tune your radio and give out the right signal to the universe. So what do I mean by that? Well, in my stepdaughter's case, she wrote down she wanted to work within half an hour from home. She wanted to have the option to do a bit of remote working. She wanted to work for a company that she really liked. She wanted to have freedom. She wanted to have a certain amount of money. She got really clear on what it is she wanted. Now, consequently, when people were ringing her, asking her to go for jobs, she was saying, oh, well, actually, that's not in my criteria. Let me send you my criteria of what I'm looking for. And 2 months later, she has just got a new job offer And she came downstairs and she said, "You'll never believe it. I looked at my book and all the things I wanted, I have achieved. Everything I wrote down, I got." And that is how this stuff works, guys. You are powerful human creators. So what I want you to do, if you are somebody leaving the matrix and overcoming fear, get clear on what it is that you want. Because if you don't know what you want, then you will not attract anything. Now, how do you tell if it's time for you to leave the matrix? Well, the first thing you will be experiencing is you will not be enjoying what you are doing. Every day when you get up to go to work, you will feel really heavy and your being will be like, "Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I really don't enjoy that." That is your higher self, that is your soul, that is your being communicating with you and talking to you. Now, one of the things we do in the Dharma Life Academy is we show you exactly how you can tune in to your inner sat nav and how it works, basically. But the synopsis, the overview of that is you're always being guided. And if you are feeling that you are not enjoying what you're doing, and somebody messaged me and they said, "Oh, I really need to leave my job, but I don't know how to do it." You have to trust in yourself and the universe. Now, remember, the purpose of life is to evolve and grow. The universe wants you to grow. Your soul wants you to grow. Life wants you to grow. So that feeling that you're getting inside of you is also sending you a message that you're not on your correct path. You're not on your dharmic path. And you're out of alignment with where you are supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. Now, what is happening at the moment on the planet is, a lot of people are being forced to leave jobs or leave relationships or move or do things differently. Now, these are probably things that we should have addressed maybe a few years ago, or maybe we buried our head in the sand. But actually, as more light and a higher frequency comes onto the planet, anything out of alignment with that is being shown. So this may be why now this feels so pressing for some of you. And I just want to empower you and encourage you to say, you can do it. I want you to focus on where you want to go. So I want you to create what it is that you are looking to do, your next steps, and then take aligned action towards it. So really, how to overcome fear is to take continual action on a daily basis. Maybe it's just one action towards where you want to be going on a daily basis. If you're somebody that's looking for a job, that means actually getting out there and taking the action. A lot of people stay in jobs because they're unhappy, but they don't really know what to do and how to move forward. You have to make time for your purpose and for your Dharma. So it's very important that you set aside maybe half an hour a day or an hour a day to work on what you want to do and to make that happen. So let's just do a little recap. You're always being guided. Listen to how you feel. If something doesn't feel right, that means you need to make an adjustment. Now, you also have to learn to trust in life. The universe is very clever how it works. Like when there is a vacuum in nature, it is filled. But we have to create a vacuum, because often if our life is full and there's no space or room for anything new, nothing new can come in. So often this whole concept of maybe jumping and letting go of a job before you're ready or before something new has come in, even though it's incredibly scary, it's incredibly powerful because you have space. And the universe will always fill that space. But what you'll find, say you are freelancing and that you want to get new clients in a certain direction and you want to let go of maybe like a client that isn't in resonance with you, then the best thing that you can do is to start to take action towards where you want to go. And really, if it's becoming unbearable inside of you, that is telling you that you need to let go of whatever that is behind you and take the plunge and really jump and dive into the future. And of course, the more action we take, the more aligned action we take, the more we're likely to get really, really good results. So trust that life is looking after you. Pay attention. Pay attention, ask for guidance. This is the other thing that we teach you how to do in the Dharma Life Academy, is really, really connect to your guidance. We are always being guided. Are you talking to your guides? Are you asking them for support? Are you asking them for help? If you start to do that, then please pay attention, because they will be trying to communicate with you. I just had a situation really in something I'm trying to manifest, and I've discovered what was my block to my manifestation. When I checked in with my guys, they said, yeah, we tried to tell you that about 2 years ago, but you weren't listening. And I'd missed the sign and I'd missed the signal. And 2 years later, I'm still trying to manifest what I'm trying to manifest, but it's my own fault because I wasn't paying attention. So ask for support, ask for guidance from the universe, and then pay attention to the signs and the signals that you get. Now is an amazing time. We have just completed a 19-year karmic cycle, and we are really moving into the future. And I promise you, you will be rewarded for doing this journey. We have this two-world split at the moment. We have the people who are kind of taking the Maxine, and maybe they're going to stay more within the matrix system. And then we have the likes of you guys who are watching me, who are going to really fulfill their spiritual purposes. They are committed to their spiritual journeys, and they're really committed to creating this 5D earth and creating this new earth. And for you guys, you really want to start to trust in the universe, because this guidance is going to really serve you well over the course of the coming years. And the only way to do that is to really, really tune into it and make time for it and make space for it. So again, having some type of daily practice where you can connect with yourself and your guides is absolutely essential. I recommend sort of writing on a daily basis, because this will really, really help you move forward. Now, my story, I'd just love to share with you my story in relation to this. I didn't listen to my guidance at all. In fact, I was quite stubbornly ignoring it. And I was running a business of about 20 women with a business partner. Her business, I was the business partner. I was running the recruitment side of the business, and I was enjoying it, but deep down it wasn't really what I felt I was on the planet to do. So consequently, I was kind of half engaged in it and half like playing around with coaching, and and at that point I didn't believe that I could make any money from coaching, so I was blocking myself. But what ended up transpiring was the universe took charge. And you'll often see this. I've often seen this when I've interviewed people or when I've spoken to people in my community. If you ignore your guidance, some type of correction will happen to get you back on the correct path. Often this shows up as a redundancy. Often this shows up as you being let go. In my case, it was my business partner decided she didn't want me as a business partner anymore, and we had a very messy business partnership split. And now I realize it was the most amazing thing, because the universe was saying, oh, you've completely gone off the wrong path, woman. You've completely not listening and you've gone the wrong way. Now that was messy. Going through legal battle and 6 months of, not a very nice business partnership split, I wouldn't recommend to anybody. So if you're getting that inner guidance, listen to it. Don't delay so it gets more catastrophic. Now, what happened, I came out of that and I decided finally that I was going to be true to myself and that I was going to listen to my own guidance. And then obviously not having a job and walking the dog every day, what came through for me was I was going to start a podcast. And I didn't really know what I was doing or how I was supposed to do it. I just knew I wanted to interview people around doing their Dharma and finding their purpose. And that's how it started, one step at a time. That was the first piece of guidance that I got. And that's what I did. I started to do a podcast. I interviewed all these incredible people that I knew. 3 months later, I got a download. I need to create a Find and Follow Your Purpose course, which has, if you know my story, has led on to creating the Dharma Life Academy. And now, first of all, I thought I was writing a program to help people find their purpose, which I've done. But what has transpired is my guides have been leading me down this path, which has enabled me to really fast track people's spiritual evolution. Every single program we do works on a different energy center. A year with us and your life will be unrecognizable. Did a session today, an Akashic Records session for one of the guys in the academy, and she's just incredible. She started with us in February, and it's now just turned July. And over the period of time, she has done so much healing work. She's regained her confidence. She has decided that she wants to use her experience of, she's come through abusive relationships. She's now decided she's training to be a coach, and that actually she wants to specialize in serving and helping and supporting women through their own journeys of healing from domestic violence and abuse. Not only that, she has started her own business, and this is a lady who now doesn't drink, and it's just incredible what she's achieved in 5 months. No, not even that. We're February, March, April, May, June, 4 months. That could be you guys. So if you do want some support, then we are opening the Dharma Life Academy in September. You're more than welcome to come and join us. We're going to be doing this work together. That is the whole point of it. We do the Dharma Life Academy to help people through this transition. We also get you to really do the true spiritual work and raise your vibration. But how do you exit the matrix and overcome fear? You have to focus on where you want to go, and you have to take baby steps on a daily basis. You also have to not have to think you have it all worked out, and you have to trust in the universe. So you beautiful beings, I'd love to know how you're getting on. Let me know in the comments below what it is that you're coming up against from a fear perspective. Fear, remember, is a choice. You don't have to buy into that. It is your choice whether you decide to let fear control you. Sometimes in life, we've just got to take the leap, but make sure you are designing and creating what it is. Remember, we are powerful human creators, and this is the thing that they've been trying to dull us down for years and years with our food, with our water, with chemicals, because they know how powerful we are, and we can't be controlled when we reclaim our power.
Thank you so much for listening to the Dharma Life podcast. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Please come over and say hello on my Instagram, our Facebook group, and also please let me know what you thought. So if you are listening, please take a screenshot of the podcast that you are listening to. Tag me on Instagram and I will reshare your post, and please let me know what it is that you got out of today's episode. Remember, when we do our Dharma, we are happier, healthier, we live longer, and we have a deep sense of unshakable inner peace.